Hello my dear students, and welcome to our educational videos. Inshallah today we're gonna study unit number 9, lesson number 4. And as you know well, this unit is about living in cyberspace. Prepare your books, prepare your notebooks, and be ready. First, in your notebooks, here we have 6 different words and their meanings or definitions. Take 5 minutes, try to match the words with their definitions. You can pause the video and count only 5 or 4 minutes, then play the video one more time and check your answers. Here we have the words purchase, fraud, hacker, epidemic, predator, or confidential. So what do you think number 1 will be? A particular problem that seriously affects many people at the same time, that's called epidemic, exactly like what we have nowadays, coronavirus. It's an epidemic. Number 2, someone who hacks into other people's computer system. He is a hacker. That's the person who hacks other people's computer system. Number 3, secret, often in a formal business or military situation, that's called confidential. Confidential means top secret. And number 4, someone who follows people in order to harm them or commit a crime against them, that's called a predator. That's called a predator, the person who harms people by deceiving them. And number 5, the crime of getting money by deceiving people, that's called fraud. So the person is called a predator and the situation is called a fraud. The situation itself is called a fraud. And to buy means purchase. To buy means purchase. To buy something, that's purchase. Great, well done. Now in your notebooks, fill in the blanks with these words. Here we have purchased, fraud, epidemic, confidential, predator, hacker. You have only 3 minutes. Pause the video and think what word you may use to complete each statement. So that's great. The first one, hacker, is a person who gets into someone else's computer system to do something illegal. Tickets must be purchased 2 weeks in advance. And the epidemic of gun violence in our society calls for some drastic solutions. Electronic payment fraud has also become a serious issue for financial institutions. In court, he was accused of being a merciless predator. And the last one, all information will be treated as strictly confidential. Very good, well done. So first, what kinds of problems have you had with the internet? Guess. What are the problems have you had with the internet? Maybe you can upload photos, as we talked before, download files or photos. Maybe you can't reach information, or you can send emails. These are some of the problems with the internet you may face. What kinds of internet problems have you heard about on the news? Have you ever heard about serious problems on the news related to the internet? for example, hacking bank accounts or whatever. If so, think of the whole story. What did you hear? When did you hear? And what happened? Then, here we have a reading article. The whole article is about the internet. Actually, it has 3 different parts. Identity, thieves steal 40 million credit card numbers, cyberbullying leads to teenagers' death, computer viruses are getting harder to prevent. Listen first. While listening, read. Hold your books. Try to circle the words or put a line under the words you couldn't understand while listening. Listen.
Page 106. Reading. Read and listen.
Identity thieves steal 40 million credit card numbers. 11 hackers around the world were accused of stealing more than 40 million credit card numbers on the internet. They included 3 people from the US who are accused of hacking into the wireless networks of popular online stores. Once inside these networks, they searched for customers' credit card numbers, passwords, and personal information so they could pretend to be those customers. When the identity theft was completed, credit card numbers and other details were then sold on the internet, allowing criminals to withdraw thousands of dollars at a time from ATMs.
Cyberbullying leads to teenagers' death. Megan Taylor Meyer, age 13, joined an online social networking group where she became online friends with a 16-year-old boy named Josh. Megan and Josh never communicated by phone or in person, but she enjoyed exchanging messages with him in the group. Over time, Josh changed. He began to bully her daily, criticizing her personality and telling her what a bad person she was. Some of their communications were posted so everyone could see them. Josh's last message to her said, "The world would be a better place without you." A short time later, Megan committed suicide. After her death, it was discovered that there was no Josh. The messages came from the mother of one of Megan's classmates. The mother had been angry with Megan because she believed Megan had said some untrue things about her daughter.
Computer viruses are getting harder to prevent. We're losing the battle against computer viruses, says David Farber, professor of computer science at Carnegie Mellon University. These viruses, which can enter computer systems through junk email from hackers, have reached epidemic proportions, slowing down computers and sometimes causing whole office computer systems to crash in both large and small companies. In 1 year alone, they were reported to have caused $13 billion in damage. Companies have been trying for years to protect themselves with antivirus programs, but criminals are creating newer, improved viruses faster than these programs can keep up with.
Okay, now take 4 more minutes, read the article one more time, try to guess the meaning of the words you circled or underlined. Through the context first. If you could understand it, try to use your dictionary. Then you can pause the video for 4 minutes and complete your reading. Then let's answer some questions. Put it true or false based on the information given in the article. Number 1, internet fraud is a growing international problem. So find the answer and circle it or underline it in the article. And what do you think? Is this statement true or false? Very good. That's true. And number 2, Megan Tyler was killed by an internet predator. You can pause the video and find the answer first. What do you think Is it true or false? Very good, it's false. It was cyberbullying. Number 3, viruses sent through the internet are protecting information from being hacked. So this sentence is totally incorrect, false. In exercise A in your books, use the context of the articles to help you to complete each definition. Here we have 7 different definitions. A hacker is, a computer virus is, a criminal is, junk email is, an antivirus program is, a cyberbullying is, an identity thief is. So pause the video and try to match these words with their definitions. Example number 1, a hacker is a person, that's say a person who enters computer systems without permission. Take 4 more minutes, pause the video, complete your answers, and we're gonna check it together. Okay, so what do you think number 2 will be? A computer virus is, that's a software program that causes problems in computers. And what about number 3? A criminal is, that's F, a person who breaks the law, for example by stealing money. He's called a criminal. And number 4, junk email is, that's E, an advertisement. An advertisement you didn't request, that's junk mail. Number 5, an antivirus program, that's B, a software program that tries to stop the spread of viruses. And number 6, a cyberbullying is G, a person who sends cruel and negative messages to another person online. That's a cyberbully. And actually the last one, an identity thief, is D, a person who steals other people's personal information. Don't forget to study these words and their definitions hard. Now let's discuss the impact of the internet. Here we have 4 different parts. We want to find out the good changes and bad changes. 4. Number 1, the internet has changed the way people find information. What do you think? What's the benefits and the bad things, advantages and disadvantages of the internet? Has it changed the way people find information or finding the information on the internet? Good thing, what do you think? Good change? Maybe I think we can find the information easy or easier than before, and you can find whatever you want on the web. The better change, maybe some sources of the information are not trusted. Number 2, the internet has changed the way people work in offices. Good change. What do you think the good change will be? Maybe I think using the internet at work facilitates it, and it became more efficient than before. And you don't have to say the good things or bad things for all of the items if you don't have ideas in your mind. Number 3, the internet has changed the way people shop. Actually, a lot of people nowadays shop online. It's easy, a piece of cake. You have a variety of things. You can shop whatever you want from any place around the world at your home. but the bad thing I think maybe the quality of the product is not that good. Number 4, the internet has changed the way people communicate. Actually, communication nowadays using the internet, it's incredible. You can keep in touch with your friends, your family members, anyone you know, any place, anytime, around the world in no time. The bad change, actually, it affects people real conversation, and it separates or isolates people from their own family members. Actually, most people use the social media, maybe they text their family members or friends while they are sitting in the same room. Okay, don't forget, inshallah, you're gonna use these ideas while writing the paragraph next lesson. So, do you think that computers are and the internet have brought more benefits or more problems? And support your ideas. What do you think? Great, we have here 2 examples. One said, in my opinion, there are more benefits than problems. For example, it's easy to look up information and it's really fast. Another person said, I think the internet is okay, but there are really too many problems. First of all, you have to be very careful if you shop online with a credit card. What about your own opinion? Don't forget to write it down and send it to me via email. Thanks so much for watching and have a good day.